Write this down on your paper. ARV, ROI, OPM, HML. You can write it on the back if you need. Link to the paper. You can write it on the back. ARV, ROI, OPM, HML. ARV stands for what? After repair value. What is the after repair value? How much is worth after you make the repairs? Okay, good. It would be a little more quiet if I close the door. Y'all want to test it out? Not sure? If I see y'all doing this, we're going to open it back up. All right, ARV. If the property is currently a 2-bedroom, 1-bath, right? And you want to make it a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, your ARV is going to be based on what? 3-bedroom, 2-bath. Right. So you have to make sure that when you pull in your comps, because you got to have your comps to determine your after repair value. How many comps do you need minimum? 3. Y'all know this stuff.
What are comps again?
Okay, comps are comparables. So if your subject property is 1 story, right? All your comps need to be 1 story. If your subject property, listen to what I'm about to say carefully. If it's going to be a 3-2, I don't care what it is now. Meaning, if you plan on, so it's a little 2-bedroom, 1-bath, but you plan on doing an addition to it, right? Your comps have to be what? 3-2. A 3-2. Now, you can't use a 3-1 comp. You just can't go to a 4-2. So you can use a 3-1 comp. Now, if you have a 2-story house, you can actually use a 1-story comp. Say no bedrooms. You just cannot exceed what you're doing. You got me? You can't exceed it. So for instance, if a 1-story house sold for $250, right? You can use it for a 2-story comp. Because it just shows you that, hey, it's going to sell. Especially if the square footage is there. All right? So, also when it comes to ARV, you want to go within a 1-mile radius. No more than a 1-mile radius. No more, and there's some exceptions, and we're going to talk about that. 1-mile radius. You do not want to go further than a 1-mile radius. Okay? What's the exception to the rule? Nope.
Train tracks.
Railroad tracks. Railroad tracks was made to divide us. So you're not going to pull a comp, even though it's in a 1/4 mile radius, you're not going to go from the birds to the hoods and use it as a comp. Can't do that. It got to be comparable. So if your flip is going to be in a low income area, right, your comp, your property that you're using needs to also be in a low income area. Like in our area, we call it the white folks section, right? So you can't go from Saratoga and pull a house in the white folks section for a comp. It ain't gonna work. You can't do that, right? Because you're gonna mess yourself up. You're gonna think you got a good deal, and then you're like, yo, I can't sell it. Look what you use. Like you compare it to a quiet neighborhood to a bang bang. Like it ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work. So railroad tracks is the exception. All right. So what we use, you want to use Google Maps. Google Maps, Google Earth, if you're not familiar with the area. That way you know exactly what's going on. Everybody good with that? You good? All right. Now, so you want to get your ARV based on that. Return on investment. You should never use a number. Please write it down. Never use a number for your ROI. Anybody knows why? You've been in my class before?
No.
Oh, okay.
I'm just semi-educated.
Yeah, you know your stuff. You about to be up here next month. All right, we're going to be in Atlanta next month, but you're going to be up. If y'all got people in Atlanta next month, November the 24th, we're going to be in Atlanta. So, all right, you should never use a number. And why?
Because your number will change based on market.
Your numbers will, fluctuate, right? And here's another reason. Because let's say, for instance, you decided to use a number, right? And people do this a lot. So let's say you say, you know what? Man, I gotta make 50 grand out this deal, bro. All right? So you say 50 grand. That's how much you want to make. That's gonna be your return on your investment. All right? So you get the property, say for 50,000. And the ARV says it should resell for, let's say, 200,000. Okay? Now, you go in and you got to put 75,000 in repairs to get the $200,000 ARV. Can you make your 50,000? Do the math. You want to make 50. You're going to buy for 50, and you're going to put $75,000 in repairs. Is this going to work for you?
If they said it's, yeah, you got like a 75.
A $200,000 ARV. Is it going to work? It's not a trick question.
Yes.
It's going to work? You're a real estate agent and you said yes?
I can't see.
You can hear it. You heard what I said. 50,000 for your profit. 50,000 to buy it, so that's 100K. And you're gonna put 75 into it, right? So that's 175. You're all in for 175. ARV is 200,000. That's a good deal.
No, 25K short.
No, you're not 25K short.
Why not?
You got 25K left over.
Oh, okay.
It seems. It seems you got 25,000 left over. Because you're like, I'm gonna buy for 50, right? I wanna make 50. I'm going to repair it for 75. Now, when you list the property, put it on the market, you got commissions to pay and selling fees to pay, right? So out of this 200,000, we teach y'all account for 10%. So that's already how much? $20,000 out the gate. So now you're at 195, right? But there's some other things that you got to account for. What if the property got termites? Right? What if you got to spend more on your repairs? Right? Or are you so gun-ho making 50 that you're not going to, you say, I'm not making my 50, so, hey, we can't add this extra bathroom, bro. Now you got a 3-1, and it's not going to go for that. So we always teach using a percentage. All right. Anybody knows what percentage y'all want to make off of a deal, a property? On a flip? So I'll give y'all an inside scoop. So when we first started our company, and as far as real estate investing companies, we got a lot of them now. But we started with one, but now we got like 5 or 6 of them. But we started with one, and we did 30%. So we wanted 30% profit, right? Because it was 3 of us. So we said 30%, right? But you can say whatever you want, all right? But I think 30% is a good number. So your return on your investment should always be a percentage and not a number. So great job. All right, OPM. Other people's money. What is one way to get other people's money? Huh?
By asking people to invest.
Ask. You don't get it if you don't ask for it. You ask for it. How many of y'all know somebody that you can ask for $10,000 for and possibly get it? That's cool. All right? I didn't know nobody. I went to Facebook. Right? I went to Facebook. And ended up finding people that I already knew. All right? Let me tell y'all something. For the past, I don't know, this is probably about a few years ago, the Lord gave me a word and said you would never have to use your own money to fund another deal. Never. So now I flip other people's bread. Because you don't have to, right? How do you get access to other people's money? Anybody know how? Besides asking, huh? Hard money lending, right, yeah, hard money lending. But do you know who the hard money lenders are?
It can be anybody, really. It could be a doctor, it could be your CPA, it could be anybody.
I forgot to have Andrea talk about, we got victory funding. We assist y'all with that, victory funding. But other people's money, you'd be surprised how you can get it. And I'm gonna coach you all how to get access to the people you already know money. Like people you already know, how you can get bread from them. Prime example, Cook. He thought I was like, bro, look, here's the, cause we got our, you know, our brotherhood group. And I said, look, all y'all will get $12,000. Thought I was tripping, right? Was you able to get $12,000? A few people. People you already knew, right? But they didn't know what he was doing, right? So, matter of fact, I'm gonna give it to y'all now. Y'all about to sign up, because I'm just about to give y'all a lot of money just off this right here. People will invest in you when they know what you are doing. So all of you need to build your brand so people know exactly what you do. That's why I post so much. That's why I'm always live. So when I ask somebody for $30,000, it ain't like, what you gonna do with it? You already know what I'm gonna do with it. Like, you see what I'm doing, bro. I'm in and out of houses. Like, they see me every single day. Yo, I'm at the landfill. Hey, we at Lowe's. Yo, I got the drywall crew here. Yo, we got the paint crew. Like, you see me working. So when I say, yo, $30,000 for 8%, like, that's a lot of bread. 5%, that's more than what you're gonna get from the bank. You get the money. But y'all too shy. You don't show nobody nothing. You just like, you know, I ain't big with social media like that. You better start getting big so you can get this big check. Right? That's how it works. All right. Now, hard money lenders. This is so key. Write this down. This is so key. And somebody already know the answer. I think we talked about it earlier. What is the percentage that hard money lenders will finance your deal on? How much? Of the ARV?
65.
65%.
Like how much they want back?
No, they are financed 65% of the ARV.
Oh.
All right. Now, just 75?
Yeah. Only because I went through it today, trying to
Good.
get something done, and they already shut me down real quick. It's like 75, you get 25% down. I was like, oh, okay, cool.
You get 25% down?
I had to put 25% down. to do
That's why you need to sign up.
That's why I'm here, bro.
Because what I'm about to teach you,
That's why I'm here.
now I'm not gonna say no money down. I stopped saying, I used to say that, no money down, right? None of my money down, right? There's a down payment, right? But it ain't come out my pocket. It don't come out somebody else's pocket, right? So, and it's not 25%. So we teach you how to use the hard money lenders' monies twice in one deal. We teach you how to take their money and flip their money twice.
Are you talking about like getting finance for the building and then the construction loan, or are you talking about something?
So you deal with private lenders. Private lenders and hard money lenders, two different entities, right? Private lenders going to ask you for tax returns, W-2s, bank statements, pull your credit. Hard money lenders just want to know what's the ARV on the property. They don't care about nothing else. What's the ARV on the property, right? So here's what we do. Now I said 65% because if you're unexperienced, it's going to be 65%. Your numbers can go up with your experience, right? It can go up with your experience, all right? So when you do a joint venture deal with us, when they see my name, yo, I give y'all more bread. That's how it works. All right, so 65% is what they go off of, all right? 65% of the ARV. Now, this is what we teach, because it depends on, who we connect you with. There's some that ask you out the gate, okay, how much can they bring to the table, right? $10,000. All right, they can bring $10,000. All right, so you come to the closing table with $10,000. There are some, our last deal, I think we probably had to bring $3,000 to the closing table. $3,000 to the table. But we about to make, I don't know, Vic, about,
It's about to be good. It's about to be a blessing. That's
it's
all.
about to be real good.
Real good.
Because it's 2 houses in one.
We're gonna buy another property. And another.
It's 2 houses in one. And here's the thing about it. Like, the wholesaler called me, and he didn't know what he had. Because it was in the hood. He didn't know what he had.
The one you just posted.
I don't know which one you're talking about, but yeah.
It said it two. Like,
Yeah,
different room-
yeah,
yeah,
2 in one.
yeah.
So when me and Vic went to go look at it, right? We, you gotta be calm, but excited on the inside, right? So we knew what they wanted for it, which was like, I was like, yo, like, man, on that street. So we walked up. It was all, it was a jungle back there, so you couldn't really see the back. But we thought the other property was on another street. So, it was like, all right. So we walked up. Oh, you see that color? So I went live, but you couldn't catch the audio. So I went live, like, yo, we here. And we walked back there and walked into the house. The kitchen was like, because normally we got a gut to the studs. Normally, we got Buster kicking walls down. But this one, it was like, hey, bro, don't get too excited. Don't say that, bro. Yo, you see them ceilings? Oh my gosh, bro. So we got it for, it was like 130 or something like that. It's currently in the market for 330. That's what we got it in the market for currently right now. All right. You got to be able to know how to go into a house, and you'll learn how to determine if it's a good deal or not. But what made me start doing this is because I got tired of us paying other people assignment fees. And I said, we can teach our own squad how to make this money. Like, we was paying people $20,000, $15,000, $10,000. I think the most was like $30,000 assignment fee, right? And I'm not upset. I'm not mad, because I tell people, listen, when you bring me a deal, if the numbers make sense, I'm gonna get it. Like, I'm not gonna get in your pocket and be like, bro, you got 30,000? 30,000? So one deal was a triplex. We brought it for 65, something like that, 65,000. Triplex. That's still cheap. I'm not about to argue with you over, no. Where did we sign, right? But guess how much he got it for under contract?
10,
10.
All right, y'all, okay. 25,000.
Oh.
A triplex for 25,000.
Did y'all keep it? Or y'all gonna keep it?
No, we keep it. We got it. I had to keep Betty on my hook when I walk over there. But, we had a little, it was a little shootout over there. And we got little bullet holes in the wall. But hey, it's a triplex. But I will tell you this though, $65,000 investment. We put about 50 into it, and that one property, which was bringing in, because the tenant upstairs was paying $600 a month. The tenant in the back was paying $600 a month, and the front part was vacant. So you're talking $1,200, right? That it was generating, right? So for 130, your mortgage would be like maybe $900. So it was bringing $1,200, not right. We got it, we renovated, and this is 130 all in, not a little less than that, matter of fact. And we're generating $4,500 a month off that.
How much a month?
4,500. Because what we did was, when the tenant upstairs moved out, I couldn't wait. It was like, look, man, I gotta relocate, and I didn't want to kick him out. He was like, look, Mr. Epps, we're gonna relocate, man. I need more rooms, man. Unless you want to give me one downstairs. I was like, nah, bro, I can't, man. He's like, I gotta go, man. Hey, I ain't not mad at you, bro. He was only paying $600. He leaves, we get $1,500. Because now we separated each room. We rent rooms out. So we do $500, $550 a room. And they pay. Until one of the tenants try to kill somebody and burn my house down. But hey, that's why you have insurance. That's why you have insurance. That's why you have insurance.
Just helping you renovate, bro, that's all.
All right, so back to this. Keep me on my time, y'all.
We good, we good.
Man,
Yeah, it's time.
shut up.
It's time, that's right.
Yeah, it's about time, brother. It's about time. Y'all know how we do. We get the mic in our hand. All right. So I do want to tell y'all this because I think it's going to be worth everything, right? So one of the ways that we use that money twice is, first of all, whatever it costs for closing costs, we always inflate our rehab numbers. Vic been doing construction for years, so it's always great to have somebody on your team that knows numbers. Vic came on board when we linked up, man, and Vic, saved us thousands of dollars. I never forget, we was at Lowe's or somewhere. He was like, no, we don't pay that. We don't pay those prices. I was like, show me, brother, because I've been paying this for years. He said, no, we don't pay these prices. I'm like, huh? And immediately saved us thousands of dollars. Then it was like ABC Supply. We got some lumber, right? And that lumber, we saved like $3,000. $3,000. Now we had to get a little, street on that phone call with them folks because they won't try to do it. But you gotta do what you gotta do. All right. So here's, I'm gonna show y'all one thing. Write this down, and it's gonna be worth every penny. It's gonna be worth $500. It's gonna be worth $19.83. It's gonna be worth everything, right? So here's what we do. All right. Remember the house is the what?
Bank.
It's the bank. You gotta remember that. Okay. You gotta remember that. So you got 65% of the ARV. Okay. If the ARV is 250,000, somebody give me the number real quick. 65%. What is it? Oh, real quick. 65% of 250. 162.5. So 162,500. Okay. Now this is how much the lender is going to give you for this deal. You have to be able to purchase and renovate that property for that amount. Y'all got me? Now, what if you get the property for, let's say, $50,000? You're going to buy it for $50,000, right? If the numbers make sense, please don't try to negotiate. Just sign the contract, right? Because I lost a deal over $2,000. And I was so upset. I tried to negotiate over $2,000. And it was my dad's house. He passed away. I reached out to the landlord, was like, y'all want to buy it? Like, he was like, I want $12,500 for it. Listen to me, y'all. $12,500, right? So I said, all right, cool. $12,500, I'm gonna get it to you. You know, after we took everything out the house, I was like, man, look, man, I'll give you 10 for it, but it ain't too much work. $2,500. I tripped over $2,500. Can't even find, well, I can't say that because we just closed the one in Carolina for $10,000. But still, don't negotiate when it's a good deal, okay? So this will leave you with $112,500, right? Remember, I said they're going to give you 65% for you to do what? Rehab and purchase. All right, I got 5 minutes, y'all. This is what you're going to do. Even though it's only going to cost you $70,000 in repairs, on your paperwork it costs you how much?
112.
There you go. There you go.
That's what's up.
So on your paperwork, no, this cost me $112,000, $500 for this repair. And they're going to say stuff like, well, did the roof cost that much? Yeah, it cost that much. It's, you know, prices inflated right now, so it costs us $15,000 even though it only costs us $7,000. And that's what we do. We always inflate starting from the outside in, because these are the numbers you get your money in a draw. So like you do certain things, they take pictures. All right, we cut you the money, right? So we always start outside in. We start with the roof, then we go windows, siding, stuff like that, right? And then the demo work on the inside. So what you do is you're gonna say, hey, this whole job is gonna cost me $112, but your budget, you're gonna stick to $70,000. Okay? Now you have what, 42,000? That's how you're gonna do 2 deals with one. If that ain't worth $500, I don't know what to tell you. I just gave y'all some free game, right? So, right, and your investor's gonna be happy because you're gonna be able to tell your investors, instead of you waiting for me to close this deal, I'm gonna be able to give you your bread back in 30 days. So you have to bring 8,500, say 8,500 to the closing table. So you come to your partner and look, man, I got a deal, man, doing this house. 8,500, man, I give you 10%. I'll give it to you in 30 days, bro. $8,500 in 30 days. Bro, 30 days? My bank won't even deal. So he'll give you $8,500. You want to close, right? Can't give y'all everything right now. Can't give you everything right now. But what I'm trying to make, in 30 days, the goal is going to be for you to not only pay him his 85, but pay yourself back the 85, right? Because you're going to have $42,000 to do your next deal. And you put that money away in your company account, right? And then you're going to use that same investor or somebody else to fund. You're not using your money. All right, was that worth $500? I hope so. Oh, y'all taking notes? But that's how the game works. I promise you, you're not getting this at some of these other seminars. You're not learning how to do that. But that's how the game works. That's how you can buy your Airbnb property with cash. You're not doing a loan on your Airbnb property, right? Or your rental property. You can buy it and fix it up in cash. All right. Also, would teach you how to leverage credit, right? How to leverage credit in your business name, how to build business credit. You can have poor personal credit, but still build great business credit. Am I lying? No. Okay, that's all right. So y'all can get all of that, man. All right, my name is Dominic Epps. That's all I got. Fill out those surveys, please, because we need that for you so we can help y'all out. And hopefully y'all sign up for the monthly course. And thank y'all for coming out. Make sure y'all go in that 360 booth. They ain't shut it down yet because they wait for y'all to get turned up on them booths. All right. But listen, if y'all got some questions,